Hey everybody, I hope you are enjoying this now beautiful Friday. Very sunny. I feel like I've gone from about 11 degrees this morning to what feels like springtime on March 1st today. I happen to be parked outside the town hall in Washington, which seems to have been the site for a lot of events in the last couple of days. I'm going to head to the Institute for American Indian Studies next. And yesterday I got to be at the Washington Senior Center with Comptroller Sean Scanlon to talk about ARRAY-RX, which is a prescription drug discount card that often can help save, up to 80% on generic drugs and maybe 20% on brand name drugs. And it's a really interesting program that I hope you've all had a chance to at least sign up for and see whether it works for you, because there's no commitment or no requirement to pay anything up front, of course. And so I was glad to have a couple of excuses to be here in Washington. Other than that, I have been in Hartford. It is, as I will put in the newsletter, we are in the heat of public hearing season, which means they are often overlapping for legislators, as try to sort of dip in and out of a couple and catch testimony on the bills of most that I'm most keenly interested in, but the lists can be quite long, and I will post the public hearing schedule in the newsletter. And then it's bill drafting season, which means there are drafts of some of the bills were drafted ahead of time, but others, now that people are focusing on them, drafts get circulated, from our legislative drafting office to bipartisan leadership on the committee, to advocates who are interested in it, to the agencies who have been involved in it. And it's all, I keep a color-coded spreadsheet, which oddly reminds me a little bit of the color-coded spreadsheet I used to keep when my kids were little and all needed to be transported to various activities and that required sports shoes or musical instruments or various kinds of equipment. And I now keep that kind of list for the bill drafts that come in and out. So, this weekend is bill draft reading session and making sure that all the right people that need to see a draft will get to look at it. And in the middle of that, I also wanted to note that we had a really moving and powerful vigil in Connecticut this week to mark and to mourn the passing of Nex Benedict, a trans youth in Oklahoma who died after having been bullied. And it was an opportunity for the trans community to be in Hartford and for us to hear them and what they experience, and for legislators to find ways to support one another in this. There are legislators who are part of this, whose families are parts of this community, and it was of course, a mournful experience when a young person dies, but also a really powerful one, and to show support for one another and to share love. And there were people across the government. The governor was there to just speak in support of the importance of loving everyone. And I'm really glad that I got to take a moment out of the week and be part of that. So I hope you have a great weekend ahead of you, and I'll talk to you next week.